This is Zetsway from ShiGig coming at you with another Cardfight Vanguard game. Today we got a mirror match of Liberators versus Liberators. So let's begin. So I'm running Gancelot Zeneth slash Monarch Alfred. I'm only playing 2 Monarch Alfreds because Monarch Alfred is kind of like sometimes a one turn. You can probably pull his effect twice a game, but I like being able to get 4 attacks because Monarch Alfred, he's good against what do you call it? Link Joker. He's good against what is that deck called? Mega Colony, because Mega Colony will rest your units, and you can just restand them with Alfred, and you can unlock units against Link Joker. And I kind of like being able to get 4 attacks more, so it's a little bit better in my opinion to do that, to get those 4 attacks, because you can easily make up the power with being cross-rided and with Bruno's skill, and it puts a lot more pressure on your opponent than Alfred does, because Alfred, they can just perfect guard it, while you can get 4 attacks and you give 10,000, so make sure any superior call is good. But it's my opinion, my way of playing. So here I was thinking of whether or not I should ridden my. Oops, I accidentally misclicked there, but I was thinking of whether or not to ride this guy right here, White Rainbow, because I was like, maybe I should keep the Bruno, get the power, or keep him to unflip, but I decided to ride Bruno, because I know I can get Blasted Blade better really early, while Bruno's skill won't be pretty much up to, unless I'm able to draw next turn my Blasted Blade for Trumpeter skill. So I decided to go with that, so I can at least have damage on Flipper. So I decided to rush him anyways, grade 1. So what's his unit? And he plays a draw card, so I don't know what kind of deck he's playing, but I decided to guard it. I know he can't draw, but it's worth guarding, so that way he can't put me at 2 damage, really. So we're gonna hit for we're both playing decks that hit for big numbers. So I'd rather guard early damage, so that way if he's playing like Alfred and I don't have a perfect guard, I can take that attack and guard the other ones. Or if he's playing Gancelot Zeneth like I did, because and then here I think he was being a little slow or something, because he like took a while to end his turn and do stuff. Because he said he had some lag, but I don't know. Alright, so I'm not drawing my break card, so that's good. I was thinking of, I have 2 Marins, Liberated Marins in here, 10k attackers, grade 1 in here. I've been thinking about taking those out to put, what do you call it, the great Gancelot Zeneth, not Gancelot Zeneth, but the Gancelot Break Ride Searcher. Because I kind of want to get Cross Ride, and Break Ride with Alfred is still good. So here I force him to take a damage, and he gets a trigger, so he puts on the Vanguard, so I'm going to attack his rear guard. He should have put it on his rear guard, because then he wouldn't be able to, he wouldn't have to guard it. He made a misplay there. And then here I just, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was Star Rain Trumpeter. Seriously looks like a Link Joker unit to me. Like, you can see like the colors. It looks like a Link Joker to me, kind of. When the card first got announced, I thought it was actually for Link Joker. I didn't think it was going to be for Gold Paladins, but yeah. So he's playing a Wolfang Liberator Garmore deck. So I don't have any grade 0s in my hand regardless, so I'm pretty much going to have to take some of these. And then he forgot to switch to battle phase, so yeah. And since he's already going to be having a 10k booster, I'm going to take this one because it's not worth me using a perfect guard on. It'd probably be better to use the perfect guard on, what's this called, Escarad's column, because that way I don't have to worry about him getting free card off me. Well, I do use a perfect guard, but it's not too bad being able to do that. And I decided to ditch the damage on Flipper because I already have another one on the field. The only I like playing Allen, the new starter, but the only thing I don't like about him is he'd be grade 3. But it's not too bad because he can just combo with Alfred or Gancelot Zeneth, which is really fun with Gancelot Zeneth. Because that way you know you have something good up there. So I just don't call my 10 kick attack and I move back my damage on Flipper. Attack his Vanguard, he no guards it. Check a foul on the Bruno, so pretty much set there. Now attack is his Scrod. He was gonna guard for it, but he decided not to. Cause I don't know if he just wanted to get more empty spaces on the field to go limit break or something, but yeah. Because this is the problem with Garmore, is it's not as good as Alfred is. Then I'll probably no guard this one because it's too high for me to guard, and so I'm just hoping he does get a crit. So he does get a stand trigger, and I get a crit, so pretty much he has to attack my rear guard if he wants to. So it's going to attack him, and I'm going to let that hit because it's too much for me to guard. Here I thought I was going to guard, wasn't paying attention, and I accidentally put Bruno up there. So then I'm going to go ahead and break ride with Gancelot Zeneth. So I'm cross-rided. I put the power on my starter and on the damage on Flipper. Then here I was thinking about putting the start in Soul, but I didn't want to lose the 5k boost there. Still good, so I go and attack with Fallon. 12k, so it's still 5k to guard. This way, whatever card I call, it still would be a high-hitting card. And Bruno's going to get plus 3,000. Then here, I don't know why he double intercepts, but yeah. So I go ahead and go limit break, and I end up calling another 10k attacker, which isn't too bad because it gains 10,000 power and it gains another 3k, so it'll be 20, so that'll be 32 attack. So if I get a critical trigger, I put it on there and put the other power on Bruno because he most likely doesn't. So I check 2 Blast to Blade Liberators here. So I'm just like, why couldn't I call you instead of Marin? Could have flipped and Counterblast 2 to kill you, but whatever. So he's already at 5 damage. I can't attack with Bruno because I didn't get a trigger. And also a great thing in here. So here he's going limit break, but I don't know what he's doing because he like messes up here. Then unfortunately for him, he just calls all the best. It would have been a good draw triggers for him to call. So here I'm just like, what you doing, man? He didn't counterblast for stuff, and then he should have put Trib Trumpeter into the Soul before he did that, so that way at least get some power to his Vanguard. But Bruno does get 6,000 power. Then here he tries to put he tries to put the trigger at the bottom of the deck before you attack to call a unit, but you can't do that with Garmore's skill. And then I had to remind him of that before he attacked because wanted to make sure he knew that. Because one thing about Garmore, it's so inconsistent, really. That's why I didn't build the deck. Even though I have a Liberator deck, I didn't build it. So here I'm just going to go ahead and guard with a Blasted Blade in my hand. And then here's where I'm telling him about that he needs to do the buy. I'm letting it go because it doesn't really matter too much. So I'm not going to guard the Vanguard's attack anyways. And here I guess he's trying to fix his stuff or something. Then he's trying to use Chirp Trumpeter's skill, I guess. Oh no, but either way, I let it hit because of the fact that I'm not. I don't have enough to guard it. Or he's using the attack boost skill there, I guess. And he checks 2 grade 3s, which suck for him. I don't know why he's playing that break grade. It's not that great. So I check a heal, so I put the power on Vanguard. Unfortunately, I don't heal. But that's fine. Because he'll still Y next turn. So here I can just give I'm going to give a 10k guard because of the fact that Bruno would be plus 6,000. Because he didn't count the other, because he caught 2 triggers, so it's fine. And then here it's like the best draw ever. I say that because of the fact that I have a Blast Blade in my hand, I have the starter, I have 3 grade 1s, so, and you don't have to call in the same order that you use Limit Break on. So here I'm just going to hit massive power and be like pressuring, and I have a Bruno on the field, so Bruno's going to be 19,000 when I go Limit Break. And I'm going to be able to unflip 2 damage because of my unflipper. And here I'm just like best draw ever. But yeah, because in my opinion, Alfred's if you want to use him against other decks, he's kind of like a final turn card, like this is, because you can pump him up, and then you don't really always have enough time to unflip counterblast and stuff. And I like Gancelot Zeneth to get 4 attacks in, which is really nice, and then I ride Alfred at the end, usually. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the starter skill and get Blasted Blade to Liberate onto the top deck. So I call him out, then I shuffle my deck, because you have to shuffle after you find them, and then you have to put them on top after that. So that way you don't know the order. So you still shuffle. Then I Limit Break here. So I make sure I have the Blast Blades on the bottom, and then I go here. And then halfway through putting the cards back, I decide to just put the cost there so he knows that I'm still paying the cost. So then I Soul Blasted 2 Liberators. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Blast Blade in Soul, so that didn't help too much. And then I put the other one. I make sure I put Bruno on top because he's going to get power. So that way there's no confusions about that. Because unfortunately you can't be like call every unit at the same time. Like you do call them all at the same time, that's when he gets power, but what I mean is like you can't just be like in the card fight era just be like boom all 5 at the same time. See here I call them all, and then Bruno gets I unflipped 2. I was actually supposed to unflip 1 more because I didn't unflip when I originally called Blast Blade. But that's fine, because it doesn't really matter, and I remember at the end of the game to unflip it. And then I Counter Blast 2 for Blast Blade to retire this unit. It is a promo card that came with the Special Edition Trial decks. And then here, it's 43,000 with 3 crit to the Vanguard because I'm at 5 damage. I call 2 Blast Blades, so that's Ultimate Break times 2. So, and then he also gets his 5,000 because I have 5 Liberators in the field. So here he has no guard. I get a crit, so that's 4 crit, another power there. So my left column is 21, my right column is like 28. So that's pretty much game. So this will be Zetsui signing out. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And got a few days left on the giveaway, so if you haven't entered. Go ahead and enter, because we only have a few days. It ends on the 20th. Have a good day.